Hi, I'm Nick Smith, and this is your Independence Update. Kindermusik Winter/Spring Open House. On Thursday, January 15th, join the Clarkson Conservatory of Music for their Winter Kindermusik Open House. Meet all the instructors and family who participate for their demos they perform. Please enter on the back side of the conservatory in the Kindermusik entrance and join them for a free evening of music while learning more about our program. Kindermusik is free to attend and takes place from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Sally and Marcia, a dramatic comedy. On Friday, January 16th and Saturday, January 17th, join the Clarkston Village Players for their winter presentation of Sally and Marcia, commencing at 8 p.m. This entertaining comedy is a female version of The Odd Couple. Sally, a young wife and mother from South Dakota, has settled into a cramped New York City apartment with her salesman husband and 2 young children. Desperate for a friend, Sally strikes up a conversation with her next-door neighbor, Marcia, a cynical, wisecracking native New Yorker. Although complete opposites, the 2 women gradually warm up to each other as they exchange even more personal and amusing confidences about their hopes and fears, their likes and dislikes, and their relationships with their 2 very different husbands, contain some adult themes and language. Sally and Marcia is directed by Karen McLennan, and tickets are available for $14. For tickets, call 248-425-5842 or email tickets@clarksonvillageplayers.org. Shiver by the River. Break out the marshmallows and sharpen your skates. This Saturday, January 18th, Clarkston will be hosting its 2nd annual Winter Festival, Shiver by the River, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. in Depot Park. All the events are free and will be held in the park off Depot Road. There will be ice skating at the small ice rink near the gazebo, as well as broomball, a game that is similar to hockey but played with brooms. This is the 2nd event planned by the city's Think Positive group, who thought it would be fun to have a winter celebration, since there are not many events downtown in the winter. Food and beverages will include hot chocolate sponsored by the Union, chili courtesy of the Clarkston Area Optimist Club, and cookies from the Friends of the Library. There will be a warming tent with blowers near the gazebo, as well as a fire pit for people to roast marshmallows and make s'mores. Oakland County has contributed snowshoes and skis to provide demonstrations and will give people a chance to try them. There will also be games with prizes such as cardboard sled races. For the races, teams will construct sleds with a small sheet of cardboard, duct tape, and clothesline. Each group will pull a team member on the sled to the finish line. Weather reports are expecting it to be cold, so make sure you dress warm. That should do it for this week's update. Please remember to be safe on the roads, and as always, if you have a story or information you'd like to share on Independence Update, please contact us at 248-623-3661 or email Matt Blow at mblow@indetwp.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and now Instagram.
Hi everyone, Pat Kittle here. It's that time of year where we start to think back and reflect on all of the goals and accomplishments that we had in 2014. And what I thought I'd do is spend the next couple minutes with you, kind of giving you a little brief understanding of where I think some of my deliverables turned out for 2014. I've operated under the same mission statement that I have for the past couple of years, that is to provide the residents of Independence the best services at the lowest possible cost, to help to ensure that people who live here, both current and future, want to live, work, and play in Independence. So I've broken this down into 6 categories, and I'll just take this one at a time with you. And I've started out with communications. And again, this is one area that I think you can't do enough in a community. And some of the things that we're working on in 2014, and we did a pretty good job on, is partnering with the Clarkston News. Again, we're putting out our Township Times once a month. And again, I get really, really good feedback on that, and I'll give us an A on that. Employee meetings, it's once a week we do them with our department managers, meeting regularly with the regular department personnel on an as-needed basis. But again, we've been religious about that and have gotten some really, really good feedback from my department heads, but more importantly, starting to see the cooperation. Independence TV, the stuff that you're seeing right now, I'll give myself a B with because I don't make it every week like I want to. But again, we've got some opportunity for improvement there. Website design, this was a big goal for us, and I'm going to give myself a D because this has actually taken a lot longer than I thought. We're getting close, probably will be the end of the first quarter. But again, to try to corral 120 employees that are all have something to do with contributing to it, and again, it's kind of like herding cats. And I'm not happy with the work that I have done so far in this thing. So again, I've got some opportunity there. And then town hall meetings, just making myself and my treasurer and my clerk available for neighborhood town hall meetings. I'll give ourselves a B there for an overall score of a B. So again, not too bad. From a fiscal standpoint, making sure that we have the financial controls in place to make sure that we're managing your money as if it was our own. I'm going to give me an A there. We've got a new finance director who is just nothing short of a wizard with 14 years of Plant Moran experience. And the one thing that we are buttoned up on is on our financial controls. Rebidding contracts and benchmarking other townships, I'm going to give myself a B there. I'm not happy. I think I could do more. And again, it's just something that I've got to work on just a little bit harder this year as we move into 2015. Maintaining the 3-year budget and getting that put into BS&A, and then providing the transparency tools with Munetrics that we currently have on our website. I'm going to give ourselves an A there. We do a good job. Again, the department heads are very diligent working with Rick Yeager to make sure that those are put in place. And again, I do know that our budgets for 2015 have us at the highest possible score as far as a fiscal indicator score that the state has to offer. And then DPW, again, managing those funds, those enterprise fund balances. Again, I know we've taken some pretty big hits in our fund balance, and again, we've basically bumped up your user rates for water and sewer. But again, we're almost there. I think we're in solid ground. And I think we're going to be, I know we will be putting together a DPW committee to review where we're at, what's going on with Detroit, how the new Oakland Interceptor projects are coming on to make sure that we're funded properly and that we don't have any more big surprises like we encountered last year as far as rate increases. So again, I'll give me a B there. Again, it's so-so job. I got room for improvement. Moving on. Operations is the next topic that we tried to put together some goals. And again, job descriptions, I've got all of the directors done. Again, we're now working down to the next tier of employees. Again, we have launched our employee handbook and working diligently with Barb Pallotta on that, and it give us an A there. The evaluation process, again, this is something that every business does. We haven't been doing it religiously in the municipal side. Again, we will start. And again, based on 2014 results, I will be working with my department heads in the end of January to measure what they did in 14 and then lay out a game plan for 2015. Ethics policy, this is something that I'm adamant about as far as a zero tolerance. Again, there's no free lunches, free dinners, free drinks, free ball games, nothing. I just think that the Independence Township personnel have to be held to a little higher standard. And again, it's easy when you can just say no. And then, making sure that our DPW Citizens Board, again, Bill Pop and the group that was working with us, Jeff Gibbs, great guys. We're going to be drawing on their expertise more as we move forward. And again, from an operations standpoint, I'll give us a B+ overall. Economic growth, this has been a hard one, I'll be honest with you. And this is long-term stuff over here. And again, I like to measure myself on results. Again, if I was measured on good looks or enthusiasm, I would be scoring myself a little bit differently. But as far as the hospital goes, I'm going to give myself a solid F as far as failed. I was not able to convince the U.S. Senate that this is a priority and that it should be granted. Again, we're not done yet. As far as some of the road improvement projects, the Sashabaw-Walden intersection, the Dixie Development Project, and the I-75 project, I will give myself C's on. Again, there's a lot of work in process. But again, we've got a long ways to go yet for some of this stuff. And again, 2015 is going to be a big year for construction along that Sashabaw corridor as we start to put in the new I-75 intersection or interchange, and then the Walden intersection. So more to come there. Then the 425 agreement, which means nothing to you, but that's the agreement that we reached with Springfield Township, where Springfield basically gave us roughly a 12-acre parcel right at the intersection of Dixie Highway and I-75 by Deer Hill. Again, turned 2 individual 12-acre parcels into one 24-acre parcel, all under the control of Independence right now, so that, again, that we could ultimately move forward and do some development there. So, again, from a economic development standpoint, again, I'll give myself a C there. Again, a lot of work in process, but again, as far as deliverables go, I've been kind of lacking. Community, another big topic, emergency operations plan. Again, working very, very closely with the Sheriff's Department, the Fire Department, the faith-based communities, the schools. I'll give ourselves an A there. The plan that we've submitted to the county is head and shoulders above many, many other townships in the community. And again, while we still have some tweaking, we are light years ahead of where we were and in a lot of other communities. Safety path expansion, again, we've got projects in the plan, in the hopper. We're not there yet as far as where I want to be. So again, C for putting the plans together. And if I had to grade myself on a hard deliverable there, it would be, I would be wanting. Parks projects, new tennis courts, upgrading facilities, making sure that our park system gets their certification. Again, a lot of work in process there. I'm going to give myself a C. Again, the tennis courts will go in this year. Again, sorely needed. Pickleball courts. There's a multi-purpose lot over at Clintonwood as well that we're working on. Again, as far as parks projects, one that was successful, obviously, the ice skating rink. Of those of you who haven't seen it yet, it really is a great rink with all of the amenities that you would need. Senior Center, another one that as far as community, again, we've got all the funding, we've got the plans, we're ready to go, things are approved. But again, we're going to be breaking ground in the spring, so I'm anticipating that to be moving to an A next year. And then public safety, you know, putting together my IAFF contract, getting my joint training with the sheriff and the fire department. I'm going to give me a B there. Again, a lot of work in process. We're close to being done. We still got a little bit to go yet, but again, for an overall score of a B. And the next topic is infrastructure. Again, as part of that emergency operation plan, having a generator backup at Town Hall to be used as a warming center to allow you to come in if there is a major power outage in the community, come on in for a cup of coffee or charge up your cell phone, get some water. The generator's there, which is the good news. The bad news is what was shipped to us from Generac was the wrong model. So we've got to wait a couple weeks while that gets swapped out. So right now I'm going to give myself a C. Brady Lodge Phase 1 is completed. We are working on Phase 2 where we can start to put a finish coat of paint in there, get some lights, redo the electrical system, and get that up to the 21st century. And again, I'll give me a B there. The CAM video analysis, again, that's the video analysis of all of our sewer system in the township. Again, it's just one of these scary things of stuff that's been in the ground for 55, 60 years, and you don't know the condition of it. We're well on our way to get that accomplished. And the good news is what we are finding is not devastating as far as dollars that are going to be needing to clean some of the roots out of the system and to repair some of the minor cracks that the water is intruding on. So, and the good news is the majority of that will be covered with state grants, again, which we are awarded like $2 million worth. So we'll be in good shape there. Again, another project was painting our water tower over on White Lake and Dixie, and then adding a cell tower to that. The painting is done, the logo's up, cell tower work is approved and will be done in the springtime, so again, give us a solid B there. And federal funds application. This is where I went out working with the county to see if we can secure some money to pave a couple of our dirt roads and get them converted to paved roads, and then get some of our paved roads upgraded and repaved. Again, while the applications are done, I have not been able to secure the needed funds yet. Again, like everything else that the state and county are doing, funding is a challenge, and that you know, hopefully, depending on what happens on the polls on May 5th with the gas taxes, you know, to help with the overall road improvement. Again, we're still a little bit off base there. So again, just a C for at least having the applications in. But as far as the deliverables go, I'm nowhere near an A. So. Again, for an overall score there is right around C+, you know, for the infrastructure. So, so again, it just, again, if I was the head of my video department who likes to get graded on good looks, I'd give myself a rock solid A. But again, here, as a township supervisor, I get evaluated on results, and right now, I've got a ways to go. I'll give me a B+, or a B- rather, And again, I think 2015 is going to be a pretty good year for making all of those plans that were put together in 2014 and cementing them into something tangible that you can see that will actually benefit the community. So more to come on that. I think what I'm going to cover next week then is my 2015 goals and let you know where my head is at in terms of the priorities. Again, this is work in process, but again, that lays out a pretty good groundwork for me and to keep my team focused as we move through 2015. And before I leave, one thing I did want to mention too is just to remind everybody that we have Shiver by the River coming up January 17th at Depot Park. It will be 1 to 4, and again, it will be a good time for all. So please mark your calendars accordingly, and see you down by the river. And based upon the forecast, I would dress warm because it's going to be plenty cold. So with that, I want to thank you for your time, and have a great 2015.